Alright, hi everyone and welcome to another 1v1 VOD today. Let's jump in and see who we have. We have DaGyMaN playing his GDI against auroranegra Steel Talons. So obviously we're on decision here. auroranegra is playing as the orange Steel Talons. He's right here in the top right. And let's just zip across and have a look what DaGyMaN is up to. Both power plant, both going straight for barracks. It looks like dual barracks from DaGyMaN. Obviously wanting to get his engineers to his spikes ASAP. You can see him place his second barracks now, and he's got his engineers coming out. One engineer from that one. He's probably going to do the same. Pretty common build. Is he going to sell? Yep, he sells. So he's got 3 rifleman squads. He's got his 2 engineers. What has Aurora done? Looks like Aurora's done the exact same thing. We can see, if we scroll down here, he's got the exact same thing going for him, except his scouts obviously going to reach that building first. DaGyMaN knows it, and he takes this structure over here. He could push forward and perhaps move and take this structure up here, and then his scouts coming around here could fill one of these structures just to get himself a nice line of sight. But it looks like those scouts might be interested in going to the top of the map there. He'll probably want to go and grab one of these structures here, get himself a nice line of view. It's important in the not the GDI mirrors, in particular the GDI versus Zocom, Steel Talons, whatever, when both sides have riflemen to go out and secure the garrisons. It looks like Aurora actually snuck past that garrison there, and he's going to be able to take this bunker. So he's going to have a big line of sight down the bottom here. He's actually going to go past that bunker. No, he decides he's going to take it. Against Nod, it's really good to have this bunker here, because then you can see the bikes as they're entering this area here, if they bike rush instead of down here or up here. Just giving yourself a bit of a heads up. But it's there's no Nod in this game, so looks like dual harvesters. What's DaGyMaN up to? He's going to get a second ref down now. He's probably just about to place. We can see auroranegra already has dual ref on the map there. Let's scoot over. So he's a little bit ahead, and he's powering down his refinery. But one of his harvesters has actually gone over to the other refinery because of that, and he could be harvesting or bringing back that Tiberium right now. So not big things, but it all adds up eventually. And it looks like auroranegra going for a fast expansion. Pretty uncommon on this map because of such a large starting field. We can see DaGyMaN snuck some scouts in. He's not going to find a conyard. He's going to find a fast expansion. And it looks like auroranegra, he managed to foxhole DaGyMan's base, so both sides can see each other, not really worried about stopping each other's scouts. I think DaGyMaN looks like he might be going for Com Tower, I reckon. Perhaps Com Tower. Yes, there it is. So he's obviously seen that auroranegra's expanded. He's got a foxhole there. So he's going to tech instead of working his units or attacking or anything like that. He's going to go for his tech. Probably going to drop an airfield now. It'll be interesting to see if he goes for a tech center after this airfield or what. But I'm not sure. I don't think auroranegra can see that there's an airfield there. He may not even be able to see the comm center there. That might just be out of the range of those guys there. But he's not building anything now. He's just dropped a tower just to help clean those scouts up. So pitbulls and orcas very common in the GDI mirrors or GDI Steel Talons, Zocom, etc. Pitbulls are a very reliable unit in these kind of matchups. They're fast, they can take the air, because orcas are pretty devastating in a GDI v GDI. And look at that expansion up early for auroranegra, using some good power micro there, obviously keeping his build going as fast as he possibly can, powering up straight away. He knows what he's doing, but he's got to watch out. There's 2 orcas already off the deck, and they're probably running down here. It looks like a reverse move on that harvester, so auroranegra knows that there's orcas coming, but those orcas are probably just going to go to the main field. He's got a few scouts here now. Yeah, those orcas aren't going to be able to get in. That harvester reverse moved a long way, and he may pay for it. No, those orcas are zipping around. They don't want to go back and take it. He should just leave those pitbulls in that tib field just for a while. Make sure he has some cover on his main field. It might be worth dropping a few AA towers just to free up the pitbulls. You'd need maybe 2 or 3 to cover a 4 deck orca, because otherwise the orcas would just fly into it, because the tier 1 or tier 2 GDI AA isn't very powerful, the AA battery. You can see he's got some pitbulls here, but these orcas can definitely maneuver around. They just unloaded a volley onto that garrisonable structure, and they're going to come around and flank around. They're going to get in. Has auroranegra seen it? No. But DaGyMaN doesn't take the opportunity. He does. He spins around now. He's going to get one. He's going to get a half, so probably should have taken this one first because it's got a full tib. But yeah, he's going to get that one now, and it goes down. Can he get his orcas down? No, his orcas are going to suffer. One goes down. He may be able to get another one if he's lucky. Yep, another one does go down. So 2 orcas for 2 harvesters. That's a very good trade-off there from DaGyMaN. He's taken out 2 harvesters from auroranegra. It looks like he had 6 on his main field in total then, which is more than the ratio for 2 ref. So he's obviously got a little bit of backup there. and it looks like DaGyMaN triple ref straight to his tech center. So he went for airfield harassment, didn't build really any ground units. There's a few pit bulls here and there, and now he's gone straight for his tech center. auroranegra, a little bit of trouble. He's actually got dual ref over here. He should send another harvester from his main field there. He really does need to watch out if those orcas come back. It looks like more orcas on the build for DaGyMaN. He should drop some AA batteries just to free up his pit bulls perhaps, and then he can send his pit bulls with his titans, go take control of the map, clear out the scouts, destroy the spike, etc. There is actually a big group of pit bulls by DaGyMaN up here. I did not see that. He's obviously spent some money on those. He's got problems now because auroranegra could take this bunker to destroy the spike. He may be thinking about capturing the spike. No, he's got a tech center as well, so he's really has managed to tech as well and build a lot of units. So it's going good for both sides now. I'm not sure. No one really has an advantage. auroranegra has more units, but DaGyMaN has a MARV on the way. He's not actually building the MARV. Maybe he's a little bit low on money. He did order in a sniper team just to counter this imp spam. There's most of the rifle squads are down now, so he's probably just about to build his MARV. We can see, yep, something's building now, but those sniper teams easily repel that force there with the help of the watchtower. And it looks like the peoples are coming in. They probably, oh no, they probably couldn't have gone in actually. There's a bit too many titans and peoples there, but he's going to be able to take out this spike. That's going to weaken auroranegra's economy just a little bit, but DaGyMaN needs to watch out. He's actually getting fired at. His pitbulls are split up, and yet he needs to get out of there right now. What's going on down here? We have some sniper teams. He could just leave one in that bunker there. Sniper teams in a bunker will be very hard to get rid of. We can see that those two harvesters are still there. A few pitbulls just scaring those orcas away. Oh no, the auroranegra has sent these titans out, and there's no pitbulls to cover them, and they're just getting cleaned up by these orcas there. He's taken out at least 3 of those titans, and now the pitbulls come, but it's way too late. The MARV is probably just about done, and there's even a jug out as well. He's actually got both his war factories building. No expansion for DaGyMaN. He's just about out. He's really has left his expansion way too late. He's just finished his tip field, and he has no expansion. There's no surveyors, nothing in the top field, so he's in trouble because auroranegra now, if he can withstand an impending attack, if DaGyMaN decides to push the attack and auroranegra holds it off, that's going to be bad news for DaGyMaN, because he's not going to have any economy. And we can see a juggernaut here, not a juggernaut, behemoth. How did I get that wrong? Behemoth here from auroranegra. He's got his own MARV, but it isn't garrisoned, and a few AA turrets going up here just to give some cover. Because DaGyMaN still has those orcas, he should get them off the deck ASAP. He needs to do something about an expansion. He's got a space uplink command. He's going all in for this attack. He's probably going to try and marvest this field. Again, that'll be a temporary fix. He'll eventually need to get some kind of expansion up if he can't defeat auroranegra here. And auroranegra putting two rockets, 2 engineers into his MARV. And he sells his barracks. He could garrison these structures just to cause DaGyMaN some problems. But DaGyMaN probably going in for the Marvis. He's got more jugs than behemoths over here. There's only 2 behemoths out. And we see the scans going down, both sides wanting to scan, and that juggernaut has wandered way too far out in front of this attack force, and it's going to go down. And he's not going to get that behemoth because he's getting repairs from the war factory. That's not good. And look, we can see a beacon over here, and it's shockwave artillery by auroranegra. And oh, look at that, he's nailed all of those juggernauts, and he's taking him down. He lost none in return, but look at that. Orbital strike from auroranegra, shockwave back in return, and look at that, just mirrored there, exact same support powers there. We've seen 2 orbitals and 2 shockwaves, and that kind of brings it back into, makes it a bit more even. Those orcas there trying to pick off, oh, I'm not sure what they're trying to do, but they didn't get anything. They just took damage, and it looks like, I don't think DaGyMaN is going to have enough to get in, because he still hasn't dealt with auroranegra's MARV. And yeah, auroranegra, he needs to take out the juggernauts first, because they're what's causing the damage. Only 1 more jug left. One of the behemoths is down though. The other one desperately trying to take out the jug, and that's a pretty accurate shot, and it sends down the last behemoth. And here comes the zone trooper support pod for DaGyMaN. Will that be enough? All those orcas getting really smashed there. auroranegra needs some anti-infantry now. He's got a rifleman squad over here, but those guys are going to move away pretty quickly. One of those jugs, I'm not sure if that's the one. No, that must be a new jug because it's full of health. And it looks like those husks go down, those behemoth husks go down. A few of those zone troopers zone troop away. Not zone troop, I mean jump jet. And he's actually put sniper teams into his MARV. That's unusual by DaGyMaN. Obviously looking to counter an imp spam. And he's put 2 railguns in the back, so it's still a pretty powerful MARV. auroranegra is going to want to avoid marvesting his own field there. And that reclamator hub almost down. It looks like DaGyMaN is actually going to push and try to take it out. 1 more shot and he'll get it. Will this unit get out? No, that unit does not get out. I reckon it would have been a behemoth as well. So DaGyMaN, he does not have any artillery. There's only one artillery unit here for DaGyMaN. I'm not sure who's going to win out in this fight. DaGyMaN definitely has secured this Tiberium. auroranegra is pulling back. He's still harvesting. He hasn't really had enough harvesters on this field. He hasn't cleaned it up quick enough. He's in trouble because his tech center's right there. One of those orcas, I think it's the only orca remaining. No, there's another one on the deck. I'm not sure. Is he rebuilding more? He is rebuilding his orcas, so he's trying to keep his air presence there. And a lot of engineers coming in for DaGyMaN. He needs to watch out. His MARV's actually getting dangerously close to crushing a lot of those husks. And it looks like he's recovered two juggernauts now. Two juggernauts. He's got another 2 engineers on the deck. He's got another juggernaut there. There's obviously nothing to recover over here. A few behemoths coming from auroranegra's main base. He's moved his Conyard away. Both sides could probably sell their space uplink command because they've used it. Well, DaGyMaN in particular has used all his support powers except for supersonic air attack, and they will take a long time to recharge. So if you need some cash, you can sell that for 1500. And looks like cleaning out the scouts now. These juggernauts here. There's still a sniper team on the deck. And now auroranegra's harvesters are going to be in trouble. He's going to have to get out of there. It looks like he's trying to harvest this field just before he retreats out. He needs to pull out of this area. He's got a few behemoths. He can definitely hold. What's happening up here? It looks like DaGyMaN has been leeching Tiberium. His choice to not go for expansion is questionable. I mean, his Conyard isn't doing anything. It could have moved. But he's leeching a long way. It looks like he's cleaned up a reasonable amount, like a nice slice of that Tiberium. And it looks like the Juggernauts are putting some fire onto that MARV. And a shockwave artillery goes off, but I don't know why he used that because he doesn't have... Oh no, yes he does. He has all these orcas. Look at all the orcas. I did not see this. He's got at least 3 decks of orcas coming in, and there's next to no anti-air from DaGyMaN. And look at those jugs. They're going to go down. 3 jugs. 4 jugs go down. He's going to get every single juggernaut. Oh man, DaGyMaN did not see that coming. I didn't see that coming either. I did not have a look at his field, and a rig comes in from DaGyMaN, desperately trying to get some repairs, but I don't think he can. He won't be able to sit there because there's too many behemoths coming. That one there has a little bit of health. The MARV, the Steel Talons MARV has ranked up, and look at that. Engineer's trying to recover husks. auroranegra needs to do something about that now because one of his behemoths has just been knocked out, and his behemoths here are trying to shoot at the MARV. They should be shooting at that one there. And he gets a slingshot running in, but that's not a good idea. He needs to get it back. Nice work. That rig isn't going to last very long. And look, another Zone Trooper shock pod, drop pod, not shock pod. Jeez, getting shockwave artillery mixed up there. And those Zone Troopers are coming in. There's no anti-infantry. There's a few rifleman squads. There's a grenade squad there, but they're going to destroy those behemoths. And look at that. The DaGyMan's rig goes down. His MARV needs to get out of there now while he's got time. He's still got an engineer sitting here. Obviously, a lot going on. He's really trying to push these Zone Troopers forward and destroy those husks. He could destroy a lot of these units and then just jumped it out of there. Oh no, but these grenadiers have cleaned them up, and the rifleman squads. And look at all these guys here. And supersonic air attack. Oh man, that took out a lot of orcas. That cut his orca squad in half and damaged a few of those others. But the MARV is gone. The engineer is dead. DaGyMaN is going to be paying for no expansion. Look, auroranegra is actually taking this expansion now. So I think that's going to be DaGyMan's biggest downfall, not expanding at all during that game, just trying to leech and harvest. Well, he didn't even really try to harvest, did he? auroranegra is actually losing a few harvesters to these orcas here, but I don't think those orcas are going to get DaGyMaN back in the game. So I did not see this 3 deck here by auroranegra. Was not checking his main base. Didn't see those orcas till they rocked up down in the south there. It looks like those orcas just don't quite have enough to finish off that heavy harvester. auroranegra is obviously going to want to send all his harvesters up there. He's got a lot of harvesters here. He's got like 3 harvesters. He could send them up the top. I mean, there's no Tiberium on his main field. He needs to send them all up here, get some air defense up there, and then really DaGyMaN doesn't have anything to attack. He's sending a few orcas, not orcas, sorry, pit bulls. But yeah, he's losing his own units to orcas here. And again, AA batteries, the tier 1 ones aren't going to do a lot of damage. What's he got? He's still got his orcas. No one's gone for hard points. No hard point upgrades. Looks like auroranegra has rebuilt most of his orcas. And his MARV is moving around, and we can see a battle marker up here. That harvester, full harvester goes down. That's not good. And here comes one of DaGyMan's getting fired up by those towers. Here, DaGyMaN, I think his biggest letdown in this game was not expanding. I think he was really counting on winning the fight in the south, but it just didn't happen. auroranegra just bought too much, and here come the orcas. But there's dual rockets in the front of this MARV, and he may be able to take that. Yes, he does manage to take one orca down. That veteran MARV now. Another MARV comes out for DaGyMaN, but it's only got rocket troopers in it. He obviously he's sold his tech center. Actually, it's gone. So that's why he can't put zone troopers in it. Although he could call down another drop pod if it's recharged. I doubt it's recharged because he's already used it twice. So he's just going to load it with all rockets. Obviously auroranegra, they're going to be getting repairs from his repair pads at the back. Not as many rockets, but he will cause more damage because he's veteran. And here come all these orcas streaming out of Aurora's base. He's got air support, and oh no, this isn't good. All those harvesters desperately trying to leech. He shouldn't target the MARV, he should target the harvesters because he can destroy the harvesters, whereas that MARV will be able to tank all that damage and probably escape. But it looks like he's going to go elsewhere. A few Titans. auroranegra actually building Titans here. Is his tech center still up? No, he's lost his tech center. He probably sold it a long time ago actually, I didn't notice. That's probably where he got those grenadiers from. But those Titans moving through the middle, no air defense at all, and they're all going to go down to these orcas. Actually, one of them does manage to survive. Those guys obviously running out of ammo. auroranegra's MARV just guarding here. He couldn't MARV us. DaGyMan's trying to MARV us. So DaGyMaN isn't giving up. He's still trying to stay in there, and he has been getting money, a lot of money from leeching, but it would have been a lot better for an expansion. I've said that so many times, it's not funny. auroranegra really did sneak up on him with all those orcas. But yeah, a very heavy tier fight down in the south. A lot of tier 4 support powers being used. We saw a supersonic air attack, we saw at least 3 or 4 shockwaves, we saw 2 orbitals, and we saw 2 zone trooper drop pods. And look at that, those pitbulls run in and they managed to destroy 2 of those orcas on the deck. So DaGyMaN is fast running out of cash. He's fast running out of units. He's only got his MARV left, which is around here. It's got 1 slingshot, but that's not going to protect it from that horde of orcas. He needs a couple more. That slingshot's actually leaving the MARV undefended. So it's going to be MARV versus MARV. auroranegra has a little bit more health than what DaGyMaN does, but DaGyMan's got an extra rocket pod. I think auroranegra's going to win here because he's going to cause more damage because his MARV does have the veteran status, but he has been shockwave. That's another tier 4 power coming in. So I've never seen this many tier 4 powers used in a 1v1, I don't think. Far out. They're really going at each other. And that they should take out the slingshot first. auroranegra should take out that slingshot first, but it gets crushed anyway. Oh, I don't know if you saw that coming or it was just a luck or whatever, but the MARVs are going at each other. And I think auroranegra is going to be okay. His MARV, yeah, obviously a little bit more resistance due to his status. He's probably just about to go to rank up again. But we can see a beacon down here. Is it shockwave? No, it's not. It's an orca strike. And I think auroranegra realizes that he can just chase this MARV down now. And that's what he's going to do. He needs to cut it off around this corner. Not much happening elsewhere. It looks like auroranegra's finally got some more harvesters up here. He should try to rebuild his economy a little bit. He could move that harvester up there, get some air defense up there, because if those orcas from DaGyMaN come back, they're going to cause some serious damage. And this MARV now getting caught out. Some M grenades would be nice from DaGyMaN, but he does not have any. And that MARV, I'm surprised he didn't go elite then, because he just took out that MARV. He'd be pretty close, taking a lot of fire from those orcas. He needs some air defense now. Both sides appear to have sold their space armament command, so we've finally seen an end to these tier 4 powers. And auroranegra is going to pull back now. He obviously needs to get some repairs on his MARV. He's got the repair pads, but they're going to take a while to get that MARV back into some decent health. And DaGyMaN somehow still going. I can't wait to see the resources tab in this match to see the difference between the 2 players. And we can see these orcas coming in, and look at that elite MARV, elite Steel Talons MARV. That's causing a lot of damage. Those dual rocket pods up the front pushing those orcas away. There's a zone trooper squad here, but they should get out because they're getting hit by a grenader squad. That's not good. One more orca comes in now, and it goes down. So what's Aurora got? He doesn't really have too much. He's got a war factory up here now. Again, he's only got 2 harvesters working this field. He could have harvested a lot more Tiberium by now if he'd worked his economy. I think both sides just, once it gets into the very late game, they don't worry about their economy anymore if they think it's in an okay sort of a fashion. But really, auroranegra, he sold off 2 of his airfields. He's only got 1 airfield of orcas left. He's got these infantry coming down here. That grenader squad probably should just quickly take that building. I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to run to these structures. Let's put them all in the same one. Those rifleman squad are obviously going to get absolutely destroyed. There you go. But these guys here, looks like the rockets are outranging. The best thing to do if rockets are outranging a structure is to bail out of the structure and move backwards behind it so the rockets move forward. Then you put them back in and get him in range. And a third MARV comes out from DaGyMaN. I don't think he has much else he can do at the moment. I mean, there's not a lot of Tiberium. He could push his Conyard up there and his MARV up there and just send everything and try to take that from auroranegra, because auroranegra isn't defending that very well at all up there. It's been pretty much undefended most of the game. but DaGyMaN just hasn't had the forces, and those Pitbulls now, auroranegra's Pitbulls, are going to come in and going to catch these guys on the deck, and that's going to be the end of the Orcas. I don't think DaGyMaN will ever have enough money to really rebuild them or be a threat in the air again. And look at that, takes him out. There is a beacon coming in. I'm not sure what that is. It's probably an Orca strike. Those Pitbulls now they've done the damage, they're just going to get out of there because they can't really destroy too much more. Hey, again, I'm not sure what this MARV is going to do. Looks like auroranegra is taking out this spike. Yeah, so DaGyMan's had 2 spikes for pretty much the whole game, while auroranegra lost one of his early on. He still has this one over here. He still has a few buildings down here, comm center, etc. Sold off a lot of his main base. He's trying to develop this base. There you go, there's a tech center, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to start building behemoths now. And he's just repairing a few of these Pitbulls here. DaGyMaN obviously selling off his airfield and doesn't have a comm center to rebuild it now. And these Orcas just going to damage this MARV somewhat. They're going to take about maybe 25% of its health off, about a quarter. But they're going to have to go back. No one got hard points in this game either. I think people really are a little bit pressured with hard points, wondering whether or not their Orcas can actually stay alive long enough to shoot all 9 missiles, especially maybe in GDI matchups, but against Scrin and stuff like that, hard points doesn't really work too well because the Scrin AA is so powerful that you're never going to unload 9 rockets before you get destroyed, because Scrin anti-air's everywhere and it's super powerful. Doesn't matter really what it is. And these behemoths here taking on this MARV. That MARV is going to close node. The MARV reverse moves, and really that's going to be big game there. I'm not sure if he would have made it if he went in anyway. But yeah, that MARV is very heavily damaged, and now these behemoths, and he's going forward again. So yeah, DaGyMaN has lost all cohesion here. Yeah, move forward, move back. He's just dancing around in front of those behemoths, and here come the Orcas. So he's really been shattered, and that would probably be the end of the game just about. And look, the Conyard here. DaGyMaN moves his Conyard, his expansion, what, 20 minutes too late? And yeah, that's not going to last more than 5 seconds, and it goes down. And looks like auroranegra's MARV has made it into DaGyMan's base. It's not on aggressive stance, so it hasn't opened fire yet. But there we go. Just changing its status. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it go heroic pretty soon. I mean, it's very, very rare for a MARV to go heroic. A Steel Talons MARV, I mean, to go heroic. Because they don't usually build them very often, because they're not very good. They don't have a lot of infantry garrisons that are very effective. But yeah, it looks like DaGyMan's selling up, and that MARV takes out the last structure. And that's good game. So very interesting, really heavy tier 4 battle in that one. So much shockwave and artillery and all that crap. So 22 minutes 30 seconds. Let's just skip back. No, actually we'll go to the units first. 22 minutes 30 seconds. Look at that. auroranegra had a nice kill death ratio, 1.36 to DaGyMan's 0.64. So auroranegra double that. And look at the money. DaGyMaN got more money in that game. How does that work? He got more money than Aurora. I think that's a little bit of a negative to Aurora, because he did have 2 expansions, and he didn't put enough harvesters on him. He had like 1 or 2 harvesters on his expansions at all time. He should have just put more on there, more harvesters on there, brought in a lot more tib, because we can see that DaGyMaN with his leeching just brought in so much more Tiberium. He got $2,000 more than him. So that's very interesting. I thought auroranegra would have smashed him in economy, but not to be. Obviously auroranegra using his units a lot better. Both sides had their favourite unit of the Pitbull, which was, they didn't appear to do too much throughout the game other than just deter Orcas. So yeah, some interesting stats there. We can see units up and down. DaGyMaN obviously having a bit of a heads up here. I think he was planning to win the game at about the 8-minute mark or the 9-minute mark, where this big fight went on, but auroranegra held off. Both sides recovered at the same pace, and then they kind of matched each other on units. Structures now. Let's have a look at structures. DaGyMaN pretty much didn't build much after the 9-minute mark as well. You can see his structures pretty much steady, and then down and replaced them. Resources tab. Yeah, look at that. DaGyMaN ahead at pretty much all stages of the game. At the 10-minute mark, auroranegra kind of brought it back. That's where his first expansion would have come into play. But DaGyMaN, with his leeching, just got so much money. And auroranegra, yeah, really did not work his expansions. Not enough harvesters on expansion. Just trickling in money. That would have really been frustrating for him. But nice use of units. He obviously was spending more time on his units and his economy, and that really gave him the win. So nice match from both players. Yeah, pretty much some similar stats there. Obviously DaGyMaN losing a little bit more, but yeah, very interesting stats there. Nice game, very heavy tier 4 powers. Hope you all enjoy this VOD, and I'll see you all later.